So this is the adjustable Zig kit as it comes. You get a run ring there, to which I've attached a 4-ounce lead. Now the leads can actually be fished fixed like I've got here, or they can be fished drop-off style. Now I'm fishing the lead fixed here. I've just put a plastic T-peg in the little hole there, or instead you can fish it drop-off style just by putting in a PVA strip. That provides enough resistance to make the cast, but the lead will drop off in the event of a take. So that's free running on the line. Then we come down to the Zig float itself, which works very much like a marker float. As you let line off the reel, the float will rise to the surface, and therefore so will the hook bait. Now to attach the hook link to the main line, we have a ball bearing swivel which just fits inside the rubber sleeve on the top of the float there. If you come down to the hook link here, I've got around 3 feet of Zig and floater line in the 10-pound breaking strain. I mentioned before how important it is to use a dedicated Zig floater line such as this one, which actually floats. Now I say it's around 3 feet. The exact length of this hook link is from the butt ring, the start of the butt ring on the rod, down to the roller on the top of the reel. Now the reason I do that is when I pop the float on the surface, I then pinch the line at the start of the butt ring here, then turn the spool on the reel until my fingers that are gripping the line comes down to the roller on the top of the reel. So now the float will be under the surface, but I know that the hook bait will now be touching the surface. It'll be the exact depth of the swim. Now whatever depth I then decide to pull the float down from there is the depth I'm fishing below the surface. Now I've also got a line clip mounted on the rod exactly 1 foot above the roller on top of the reel. That just allows me to make any smaller 1 foot adjustments in the depth. I always make a note of whatever depth I'm fishing at that particular moment. Then if I do catch a fish, I know exactly what depth I have to reset that rod.